去講嘅課。So please also give a big hand for Yasmin Harris because they have shown their very big support today for coming to us. Thank you very much. 咁咧，我哋請嘉賓講之前，我都介紹下少少背景啦，係咪啊？就咁聽個名，可能你知道係咩 special guest 喎。咁阿 Yasmin 咧就係21歲啦，今年。咁佢咧就喺英國咧度讀呢個 high school 即係中學。咁你而家咧就係中文大學嘅法律學系嘅 final year 最後一年嘅學生啦。咁即係嚟緊就應該可以攞牌做律師咯喎。So Yasmin, let me introduce a bit about Yasmin. She is 21 years old and she studied in England for high school. And right now, currently, she is a final year student at CUHK, law student at CUHK. 咁仲有啲咩特別啊？咁原來 Yasmin 咧好犀利喎！我認識佢嘅時候咧，呢個語言嘅方面咧係好叻嘅。咁佢咧就喺呢個2012年咧一個演講比賽啦，法語嘅演講比賽就攞咗冠軍啦。咁其實嗰個咧係香港啦、澳門啦同埋內地咧嘅學生一齊去競爭，即係去做呢個競賽啊。So Yasmin is really great in dealing with languages, as far as I know. She has won, she is the winner of the 2012 French speech contest organized by the French Consulate of Hong Kong and Macau. She is a qualified English teacher. 佢係一個合資格嘅英文老師嚟嘅喎。咁除此之外，英文法語仲有乜嘢啊 ？Cantonese。Later you will see 同我哋等陣間咧就會睇到啦。除咗英文、法語以外，廣東話一全都好叻嘅。仲有咩咧？普通話 Mandarin 普通話，Spanish 我就真係唔識啦。不過佢都有 good level of French and Spanish。咁我不如你幅相大家睇下。So it's a photo of our special guest。咁我諗我唔講咁多，我留待啲時間咧俾我哋嘅今日嘅特別嘅嘉賓咧 Yasmin 同我哋做呢個分享啦。So let me now have the honor to invite Yasmin to share, to share with us. Please give a big hand to.
Hi everybody, I'm Yasmin, as Ms. Chua has just previously introduced. I have been told that for this school here we have non-Chinese students and also Chinese students. So for my talk today, I'm going to primarily be speaking English, and I'll add in a few translations in the middle at some point for Cantonese, just so everyone is right along with me. But obviously, if we get to a point where Chinese students are very confused, feel free to put up your hand, and I'll try to do a rough translation as well. Now, today I've been invited by your school to come in and talk about career plans and also choices of career paths. Now, I thought, as Ms. Chua said, your teachers have probably told you a lot about your career plans and your career choices. So today I'm going to talk about this from the perspective of a student. So I'm going to talk to you on the theme of choices. I'm going to focus on choices and tell you how these choices are so important in choosing your career path. Now we'll read translation in Chinese, just so everyone understands. 你好啊，你Yasmin啊，咁我今日咧就係俾你哋學校理工中學邀請過嚟講一個嘅。咁其實你哋講 career path 咧，你哋嘅先生出都會有同你哋傾過呢個問題啦。所以我覺得我今日就應該換個角度，用一個學生身份同你哋講career path 嘅重要性啦。咁我今日主要嘅先就係按選擇，想同你講，其實即係選擇對於我哋嚟緊嘅道路啦，嘅 career path 有啲咩重要啦 ？Okay, the choices. Actually, choices is a really neglected part of life. 好多時候我哋都覺得其實 choices 唔係好重要。But I'm here to tell you today that choices, big or small, that we make in life is very, very important into shaping what our future life is going to be. So, 冇睇到呢啲 choices is so important. Now, I'll give you an example of how important these choices are. So everyone, just imagine today, this scene. I'm going to give you the scene today to think about. So picture this. Sunday afternoon, okay, the sun is really shining bright, birds are chirping, someone is singing on the fields, the grass is green, everything is just lovely. You feel so comfortable in the weather right now. But you suddenly remember something. There's a project due the next day. So the problem is, a choice comes into hand, so you have to choose. Do you study? Do you do your project? Or do you choose to enjoy the lovely weather and go out and play tennis with your friends? Now, this is a very, 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 tiny choice and probably a daily life situation. But I'm here to tell you how that choice is so important and will shape your future life. So 唔好睇到呢個 choice 其實都係對你嚟緊嘅道路係有影響嘅，呢個咁少嘅 choice 都會有影響。Now, if you choose to go play tennis, I'll set out what could possibly happen. Yeah, 我話俾你聽，其實大概會發生咩事啦。You play tennis, you have fun with your friends, right? So they would啲朋友玩得好開心。And you think, project, I'll see you later, okay? So 陣間再見啦，陣間再做啦。其實do it later, it doesn't matter. 可能你9點幾、8點幾玩完 tennis 就會翻到屋企，跟住望住份功課，望住份 project， 其實你根本都唔想做。You actually don't want to do your project because it's late, you've had a long day, you've been playing tennis the whole time, and you just want to sleep. So what you end up doing is you spend very few hours doing your research and doing your project. And maybe you hand in a very badly prepared project, get a bad grade, you're unhappy, and unfortunately, the nightmare doesn't end. 我唔係喺呢度就會停咯，因為可能呢啲咁嘅 project 嘅 questions 會喺你嘅 exam 裏面出嚟，而你冇好好咁樣做好呢啲 project， you get a D in your exam as well. Consequence, you're going to be just as unhappy as before. Now, 當你喺你嘅成績上冇一啲比較好嘅分數或者比較好嘅成就，其實你哋根本就會有一個 motivation decrease. 你哋唔會係好 motivated. You won't be as motivated as you would be if you had done well in your exam. So 其實呢個係可以呢個選擇其實係可以 in turn 影響到你嚟緊嘅性格啦。This choice, this lack of motivation could in turn really affect your personality later on. So don't say your choice is not important. Actually, it shapes your life, it shapes your attitude in the future, and also shapes your personality, how pessimistic and how optimistic you are about things. Alternatively, I'll make that a scenario now. I'll give you another scenario. So you choose to study, okay? So you sit in and you do your project. You tell your friends, tennis, maybe another day, okay? So I'll have to do my project today because it's due tomorrow. You spend enough time to do your research. So 你會用好多時間去做你嘅 research， 去做你嘅 project， 去溫書，去 analyze 你究竟要交啲咩嘅先生。You end up handing in your project early, okay? You get a good night's sleep, and you get a good grade. You're on top of the world. You're so happy. 你係會好開心。其實如果你 prepare 你嘅 project well 嘅話 ，exam similar questions come up. You get a good grade. Now I see some students laughing over that actually, but no, take me seriously. This is actually true because psychologically, it will affect your motivation if you do well. And the human mind is so powerful when it comes to how optimistic or how pessimistic you think, because it really affects your behavior. And you might not know it, but subconsciously it affects how you do, it affects your personality, it affects how your results will turn out. So these choices are really very important. So 其實一時之下就揀一係即係去玩 tennis， 跟住之後later on be really upset, or maybe spend a little bit more time doing your project, staying in, being happy. Maybe you'll get to play 2 or 3 matches of tennis later on. You never know. I mean, tennis can wait. So today I'm coming in to talk to you about choices, specifically because you're all students, choices as students. So let me just throw a question to the floor. What choices do you have as students? Does anyone know? Do you want to shout out? Okay, I'll pick on some of them. Guy in the second row. row, the one in the jumper, the one with glasses. So, yeah. 你覺得作為一個學生，你有咩你可以選擇啲乜嘢？即係除咗having breakfast, choosing the egg roll, choosing your meal， 你覺得有啲咩選擇咧？
晏晝食咩啊？
晏晝食咩呢個好重要嘅，但係我覺得作為學生咧，晏晝食咩其實全部人都要揀，但係作為學生最主要 the main thing you have to choose as students is your subject, okay? Yay! Your subject is so important as students, and it's not something that you should think about lightly. You really should think carefully about what you choose, okay? So this is really applicable to our Form 3 students. Form 3 students, where are you? Form 3 students? Yeah, around that. Okay, so Form 3 students, choosing your subject is really important for you right now because you're going to have to choose your subject and stick with it for quite a few years, okay? Now, for Form 4 and Form 5 students, I know you've already chosen your subject because they Form 5 Form 4 students because they已經揀咗你哋嘅課程㗎啦。But then, you'll still have to make choices on your subjects later on in life. 嚟緊都仍然要去揀，要可能讀啲咩科。If you want to go to university， 如果你嚟緊想讀大學嘅話，or further research on a particular subject， you're going to have to choose what you're interested in。如果你哋嚟緊要即係深究一個 topic 嘅話，其實你哋慢慢都要再去 make 呢個 decision， 再 make 多一次，你哋再要揀多一次，你哋究竟係想進修啲乜嘅 subject。So what I'm going to say mainly is choose what you like. Okay, it's such an obvious point, but a lot of people actually forget that. When it comes to choosing, when the choice is in front of them, they panic. A lot of students panic. They don't know what to choose. And just ask yourself, ask your heart, ask your instinct what you like doing, and whatever you like doing, you will do well in. Okay, because if you're interested in it, you're willing to put time in it, then you will do well in the subject. 揀你哋中意嘅 subject， 因為你哋中意嘅 subject 喺你哋中意嘅 subject 上面，你先會揾到樂趣，你先會可以識得點樣去攞到高分，你先會去想即係尋求更多嘅知識咯。所以 choose what you like. That's really important. Do not be influenced by what your friends choose. For example, my friend, she's really interested in Chinese history. I'll choose Chinese history as well because, I want to be cool like her. No, okay? Don't be influenced by what your friends choose. Be influenced by yourself, okay? What you want internally, what you want the most. Because your friend will be very cool choosing Chinese history, okay? Because she likes it and she will do well in it. You, on the other hand, will not be very cool because, you're choosing something basically that someone else likes. You don't really like it, you're just copying your friend. So, essentially, you have to choose what you like and don't be influenced by your peers. 冇俾你啲 friends 影響你哋揀嘅 subject， 因為即係入到去 exam hall 其實要面對嗰份卷嘅係你哋自己咯，即係你哋冇得去怪任何人嘅。所以揀科嘅時候，最緊要係揀你哋自己最中意嘅嘢，或者你自己究竟係邊一方面好。可能如果你唔係 Chinese history 好嘅，如果你係chemistry 好啲嘅，物理學好啲嘅，咁揀物理學啦，其實唔好因為你嘅朋友揀咗啲咩而影響到你自己會揀啲咩。Don't worry about sitting alone in class without your friends. That should not be an issue. Okay? And also,